All right, let's dive in. Forget those same old resolutions. We're talking 15 ways to invest in you wire for a killer 2025.
Yeah, we've got a whole roadmap laid out, super detailed, from career moves to money smarts to like feeling awesome mentally.
Not your typical make more money stuff.
Right. This is about like the whole you thriving.
I'm kind of hooked on this continuous learning thing.
It's huge EE.
It's not just college anymore, right? It's like
Yeah.
always be learning.
Exactly. Those platforms like Udemy, Skillshare, you name it, endless learning. Picture this. 1 hour a day, new skill.
By year's end.
You could be coding, writing, whatever. Think what that does career-wise, or even just like feeling confident.
Okay, but life's packed. Where's that hour?
Real talk, it's tough. That's why they're smart about it. Focus on skills that matter, future job market, AI, digital marketing, all that.
Ah, so it's strategic.
You bet. Even that book they suggest, Atomic Habits, that's habit building gold.
I've heard of it.
It's got this thing, habit stacking, like attach 5 minutes coding practice to your morning coffee. Boom.
Clever. Okay, so brains are sharp, but there's the whole money side.
Financial literacy. This source is like, this is life skill 101. Most schools skipped it.
True. Beyond budgeting, what's it really mean? Spreadsheets don't make me Warren Buffett.
Good start, but they go deep. That Intelligent Investor book, Foundation for Investing.
Intimidating, though.
For sure. But even grasping index funds, that's huge. Like baskets of stocks, so you're not betting on one company.
But isn't the market a gamble anyway?
Risks always, but it's about informed choices, right? Index funds, real estate, even that wild cryptocurrency.
So many options.
Exactly. Knowledge is power. You choose how your money works for you.
Makes sense. Brains, money. Can't forget health, right?
Huge EE. Quote, health is wealth, but they mean holistic.
Whole
2025, the year you prioritize both physical and mental, they're like, make it happen.
So ditch takeout, hit the gym.
Yeah.
On it.
Good start. But they're all about small changes consistently.
More realistic.
More water, swap processed for whole foods, move regularly, build a lifestyle, not some crash diet.
Sustainable, yeah.
And apps like MyFitnessPal, good for tracking,
I've seen those, yeah.
but with work, life, it's easy to slip.
Oh, toner.
That's where mental health comes in. They tie it directly to clarity, which affects everything.
Never thought of it like that.
Seriously. Journaling, even therapy, investments in your mental state.
Interesting.
Healthy mind tackles other stuff better.
So it's not just looks, it's feeling good to perform good.
You got it. They even suggest supplements, meal plans, but finding what works for you consistently, not being perfect.
Okay, so this emotional intelligence thing, I've heard it, but like, what's the hype?
Fascinating. They're like, this is why some people just kill ED, relationships, career, the whole nine. It's called EQ. Get this. Understanding your own emotions and empathizing with others.
So less high-head, more thoughtful. Can you learn that?
They say you can cultivate it. Step 1, self-reflection, big time.
Okay.
Journaling helps. Analyze reactions, patterns.
Like why I freak out when.
Exactly. What triggers you? Angry, sad, all of it.
Wow, never thought about it like that.
Know yourself. Better EQ. They even suggest Emotional Intelligence 2.0. That book, plus mindfulness stuff, meditation,
Becoming more aware.
in the moment. Then you manage them better.
Helpful, not just work, any relationships.
Spot on. Active listening, thoughtful responses. That's how you connect.
EQ, like a superpower then.
For real. And speaking of life-changing skills, communication, they call it, the bridge between you and your dreams. How cool is that?
Communication's key, sure, but that powerful. We all talk, right?
It's mastering the art of it. Public speaking, writing, even tough talks with coworkers. Effective communication changes the game.
So, right words, right approach.
You got it. And it's two-way. They're big on active listening.
Not just waiting to talk.
Truly getting it. Grammarly for writing, they suggest, keeping it clear, error-free.
Makes sense online, but that's technical. What about the human side?
Confident self-expression. How you communicate shapes how others see you, their reactions, the whole deal.
Like owning your voice.
Yeah, exactly. Now, networking. I know, some people think schmoozing doesn't really matter. More than small talk, though. That line, your network is your net worth. It's true. Genuine relationships, that's the gold.
But everyone's busy. How do you even make time, let alone make it meaningful?
Be proactive. Industry events, online communities, finding people you admire, putting yourself out there. LinkedIn's key, they say.
Not just random requests, more like targeted.
You bet.
Yeah.
Genuine curiosity, offering value up front, sharing an article, making a connection for them, even just encouragement.
Be a giver, not just a taker.
Yes. Over time, it's support, opportunities, fresh thinking. You never know.
Makes you less lonely too, probably.
Totally. Now, the big one, we all have it. Never enough of it. Time.
Oh, here we go.
They're like, time is the only resource you can't get back. Straight up.
No pressure.
Master time manager. Or you're just overwhelmed. And let's be real, who isn't?
Facts. So what? Color-coded calendar? Mile-long to-do list?
Those help.
Yeah.
Notion, Google Calendar. They're fans, but they go deeper. Heard of Pomodoro technique?
Some new app.
Nah, it's working in focused bursts. 25 minutes, then short break. Breaks it down, prevents burnout.
Work smarter, not harder. That's the saying.
Exactly. They're big on prioritizing too. Eisenhower matrix, ever heard of it?
You know?
You categorize tasks, important and urgent. Focus on what matters, not just what's loudest.
I am so guilty of that.
We all are. It's reframing productivity, not doing more, but the right things effectively.
Mind blown. Okay, this next one sounds deep. Growth mindset. What is that, and why is it important for? Well, everything.
Powerful stuff. It's like permission to constantly evolve. They're like, swap, I can't for it. I can't yet. Subtle, but huge.
Embracing challenge instead of fearing it.
Exactly. Challenges are now chances to learn. They love that Carol Dweck book, Mindset. It's all about this.
I should check it out.
Progress over perfection, setbacks or feedback, not failure, that kind of stuff.
When things get tough, that's helpful.
For real. Celebrate wins, no matter how small they say, builds momentum.
Small victories, I like that.
Acknowledging progress keeps you going.
Okay, now this one's fun. Travel exploration.
They're like, it's more than sightseeing. It's expanding your perspective, deep stuff.
But travel's pricey, time-consuming. Not everyone's jetting off to Bali.
Totally. Doesn't have to be grand. Could be a road trip, a museum, trying new food, even.
So open to new, even close to home.
Exactly. 2025, they're all about sustainable travel too. Fun, indie, eco-friendly.
Like a responsible tourist, even if it's a day trip.
You got it. Adaptability, resilience, gratitude, all that from travel.
Makes sense. Okay, switching gears. Self-care, isn't that just like bubble baths and face masks?
Those are nice, but they define it as recharging, so you give your best to the world.
So not selfish, it's essential.
Exactly. Schedule it like work, digital detox, nature, reading, loved ones, anything that recharges you.
But life's busy. Doesn't this add more stress?
They got that covered.
Yeah.
You can't pour from an empty cup, they say.
Never heard that one.
No self-care, you burn out, then you're useless anyway, right?
Yeah, sure.
It's an investment, not a luxury.
Okay, so show yourself the same kindness you'd show someone you care about. Right?
Exactly. And in this crazy world, upgrading skills feels more crucial than ever, but like, where do you even start? What's worth it?
Right. Everything's changing so fast.
This source says the job market's always evolving.
Yeah.
So continuous learning is key.
Always be learning.
They need coding, graphic design, data analysis, all in demand, but it's bigger than that.
Not just the technical stuff.
It's identifying skills for your goals, then go get them. Online courses, workshops, mentorship, whatever it takes.
But what if your dream job doesn't even exist yet?
That's where transferable skills come in. Problem solving, critical thinking, communication, leadership, those work anywhere.
So a foundation that adapts, whatever the future holds.
Exactly. Speaking of adapting, building a personal brand, that's getting huge.
Okay, that one always intimidated me. Like, do I need a logo, a whole campaign for myself? What does it even mean, practically?
Think online business card, showcasing you, your expertise.
Creating that good online impression?
They say it's vital in 2025. Everything's online now, right?
True.
So share your stuff. Blog posts, social media, even videos, YouTube, TikTok, they say.
But that's a lot of work. Not everyone's a natural at that content creation stuff.
Canva's great for that. Easy templates, looks pro, even if you're not.
Good tip. So finding your way to share your knowledge authentically.
Yes. Consistency is key, they say. Regular, valuable content that builds credibility.
Could lead to new opportunities then. Who knows?
Right. Clients, collaborations, even jobs. Now, for the entrepreneurial folks, side hustles, they're all about that.
Bit risky jumping into new stuff though, right?
It's passion into profit, but they say start small, scale up gradually, extra income, new possibilities, maybe even a business you love.
But how do you balance that with work, life, all the other stuff we've talked about?
Time management, remember. Carve out dedicated time, even an hour or two a week at first.
Baby steps.
They love Etsy for crafts, Fiverr for freelancing, Instagram for like building your own thing.
So many options. How do you even choose?
Passion meets marketable skill. That's the sweet spot. What are you good at naturally? What do you enjoy doing anyway?
That makes sense. Something you already like doing, but then you level it up.
And who knows, maybe it becomes your main gig someday.
No, this one seems simple, but they emphasize it. Investing in quality relationships, isn't that just like common sense?
It's realizing the people around you affect your well-being, your growth, even your success. Huge EE impact.
Okay, so good people, good life, basically.
They say invest in relationships like you invest in skills or money, same level of importance.
But how do you prioritize that without dropping everything else?
Be intentional. Nurture the uplifting ones, ditch the toxic ones, quality over quantity. That's the message.
So good vibes only.
Surround yourself with support, positivity. That's the goal. They say it's okay to let go of what's not working anymore.
Make space for the good stuff.
Exactly. And lastly, underpinning all this, setting clear goals.
Okay, I'm guilty of setting them and then
They compare it to driving without a destination if you don't know where you're going.
you end up lost.
They want you to visualize, end of 2025, your dreams, what you want to achieve, then break it down.
Make it feel doable.
Exactly. Big goal becomes small steps. They suggest Trello, vision boards, keep it front and center. Don't just write it down and forget it.
Oh, I like the vision board idea. I'm very visual.
And celebrate wins, no matter how tiny they say, keeps you motivated.
That's important. It's easy to get discouraged otherwise.
Enjoy the process, not just the end result.
You know, it's hitting me. All these 15 things, they're connected, right? Not just a checklist. It all works together.
You got it. Holistic, they call it, like an ecosystem. Improve one area, others get a boost too.
Like that financial literacy thing, it's not just about the money, it's the freedom it gives you. Then you can invest in other stuff.
Exactly. And remember emotional intelligence. Strong EQ, you communicate better, network better, even invest better.
It all builds on itself, and it's not about reaching some finish line. It's constant, right?
They're big on that. Self-investment is a journey, not a destination. There'll be bumps. But that growth mindset, you see it all as learning.
That's huge. Easy to get down on yourself when things go wrong.
Totally. And self-care, that helps you through it all. Permission to rest, recharge, then you face it all better.
We've covered so much. 15 strategies, investing in yourself, 2025, here we come.
Amazing exploration. But before we go, a question for you.
Hit me.
Imagine you pick one of these, focus on it all year, which has the biggest impact on your life, and why?
It makes you think which one would be a game changer.
Right. Which one really levels you up?
We talked about practical stuff, tools, tips, but do we get too focused on the doing and forget the being?
Ooh, that's deep. Easy to get caught in the hustle, always striving, more, better, faster.
Always on. Yeah.
This source reminds us, self-investment is also stillness, reflection, just being present.
Finding calm amidst the storm.
Exactly. But how do you do that? Life's crazy busy.
For real, feels like a luxury I can't afford.
It's small choices, intentional ones. 5 minutes meditation, walk in nature, phone OF, even just enjoying your tea, no distractions.
Little pockets of peace.
Even if they're short.
Yeah.
And self-care, remember, that helps create that balance.
So it all ties together.
Mind, body, spirit nourished, then you show up better everywhere.
So many strategies, any that really hit home for you, ones you're excited to use.
That personal brand thing is stuck with me, so relevant right now, especially career-wise, or if you're thinking entrepreneur.
Me too. But it's kind of overwhelming, all the platforms, strategies.
They give good starting points, figure out your strengths, what you love.
So what makes me me?
Then share it. LinkedIn for the professional stuff, Instagram if you're visual, even TikTok, they say, for short, fun stuff.
So many choices. How do you even pick?
Depends who you want to reach, what kind of content you like making.
Makes sense.
Visual person, Instagram, Pinterest, good at writing, blog, LinkedIn, comfy on camera, YouTube, TikTok, all those.
So experiment, find your vibe.
But how do you stand out? Everyone's online now.
Right, it's a jungle out there.
Consistency, quality, content that matters to your people.
Not just posting to post, you gotta add value.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to try different stuff, find what works.
Love that. Okay, but visuals matter too, right? Logo, aesthetic, all that branding jazz.
You're right, that's huge. But Canva's your friend. Easy templates, even if you're not a design whiz.
Canva saves lives, I swear.
But content itself, what makes people actually read, watch, listen?
Good question.
Storytelling. They're big on that. People connect with stories, personal, inspiring case studies, whatever shows your expertise.
So not just dry facts, make it engaging.
Your personality matters too. People connect with the human behind it all.
Being yourself, that's always good advice.
Okay, so content's good, you're posting regularly, but how do people even see it?
Yeah, how do you cut through the noise?
Promote smart. They say use those social media tools, engage with folks, even collaborate with others doing similar stuff.
So it's not enough to just create. Got to get it out there.
And remember, it's a journey, always learning, tweaking, adjusting.
Never a finished product, always evolving.
Exactly. Now, what about those side hustles, turning passion into profit?
I like the idea, but feels daunting on top of everything else.
It takes work, but they're all about starting small, scaling up slowly.
Like a side quest in a video game.
Find what you enjoy, then figure out how to make money from it, they say.
Okay.
Etsy for crafty stuff, Fiverr if you got skills to offer, Instagram to build your own thing.
So what are you already good at? What do you like doing in your free time? That's where they say to start. That makes sense. It's like level up your hobby.
And who knows, maybe it becomes your main thing someday.
Now, back to the personal side, those quality relationships, why is that so important? We all have friends, right?
It's about WHO you surround yourself with, they impact you, huge EE, your happiness, how you grow, even your success.
Okay, so choose your friends wisely.
Invest in those relationships like you invest in skills, your finances, that's what they say.
Same level of importance.
Uplifting, inspiring, those are the keepers. Ditch the toxic ones. It's okay to walk away. Quality over quantity, remember.
Yank space for the good stuff.
And be present. Put the phone down, listen. Actually be interested in what they got to say.
It's easy to get distracted these days, but those real conversations, those matter.
Huge EE. And speaking of investments, time management, we've got to revisit that beast.
Oh yeah, the struggle is real. I try lists, prioritizing, but always feel behind.
They go beyond lists. Notion, Google Calendar, those are your friends.
I've seen those, but never really used them.
Notion's super versatile. Project management, notes, habits. It's like mission control for your life.
Gotta check that out.
But it's also mindset. They say be aware of your energy.
Like when I'm most productive.
Schedule tough stuff for them. And breaks, regular ones, prevent burnout.
I'm so bad at that. I push through thinking I'm getting more done, but I probably just mess up more.
Work smarter, not harder, we've said it. Now this growth mindset thing, what's your take?
It's gotta be important they keep coming back to it.
It's like the foundation for all this. Believing you can grow, learn, always improving.
Not just stuck with what you got.
Exactly. Embrace challenges, see setbacks as learning, all that Carol Dweck stuff. Mindset, that book.
Powerful stuff.
It helps you succeed everywhere. Relationships, career, everything.
So how do you actually get a growth mindset? Is it just like in you or not?
They say you practice it. Start with your self-talk, you focusing on limits or on possibilities.
Good point.
Beat yourself up for mistakes or see them as lessons. And celebrate wins no matter how small. Builds that belief that you can grow.
Giving yourself credit, that's important.
In travel, exploration broadens your horizons.
Yeah,
Say it's not just sightseeing, it's deep stuff.
Love to travel, but it's pricey, time-consuming, not always
It
realistic.
doesn't have to be fancy. Road trip, museum, try new food.
Even. So be a tourist in your own town, kinda.
Open to new, even close to home. And sustainable travel, they're big on that. Have fun, but be mindful.
Good reminder, especially in 2025.
Adaptable, resilient, grateful. That's what travel makes you.
And self-care, we gotta touch on that again. It's more than just pampering.
More. Recharging so you give your best to the world. That's how they call it.
So not selfish, it's essential.
Exactly. Schedule it like work, they say. Whatever refills your cup. Digital detox, nature, reading, friends, whatever.
But doesn't that just ADD to the to-do list? Life's already packed.
They got the answer. You can't pour from an empty cup. Classic.
Makes sense. If you're burnt out, you're no good to anyone.
Self-care is an investment, not a luxury.
Okay, so show yourself some love, like you would someone you care about.
Exactly. And in this fast-paced world, upgrading skills feels more crucial than ever.
Truth. But where do you even start? So much to learn.
Job market's always changing, they say. Continuous learning is the name of the game.
Gotta stay ahead of the curve.
Figure out what skills match your goals, then go get them. Courses, workshops, find a mentor, anything.
What if your dream job doesn't even exist yet? How do you prep for that?
Transferable skills. Problem solving, thinking critically, communication, leadership, those apply everywhere.
So a strong base, no matter what the future throws at you.
Exactly. And speaking of the future, setting goals. Got to be clear on those.
Goals? I set them, then life happens.
They say it's like driving with no destination, you just end up lost.
Wandering aimlessly.
Visualize end of 2025, your dreams, what you want to do, then break it down into steps.
Make it less scary, more doable.
Exactly. Trello, vision boards, they suggest keep it visible, Don't just write it and forget it.
Vision board, I like that. I'm a visual learner for sure.
Celebrate wins too. No matter how small, keeps the momentum going.
Otherwise, it's easy to get discouraged, quit before you even really get started.
Enjoy the journey, not just the end goal. Now, before we wrap up part 2, what are your biggest takeaways so far?
Yeah, it's not just a list of things to do. It's like they all feed into each other.
Totally. Like you improve one, the others get stronger too. It's crazy.
Like we said, financial literacy, it's not just about the money. It's the freedom it gives you to do other stuff, learn new skills, prioritize health, all that.
Exactly. And remember that emotional intelligence talk. Good EQ, you're a better communicator, better networker, even a better investor. Kind of wild.
It's like it all snowballs. And it hit me, this isn't about some finish line. It's always evolving, right?
Big time. It's a journey. They say that a lot. Self-investment, not a destination, bumps along the way. But that growth mindset, you see it all as learning.
Gotta remember that. Easy to get bummed when things go sideways.
Totally. And self-care, that helps you handle everything better, giving yourself permission to rest, recharge, then you can face whatever.
We've covered so much, 15 strategies. Invest in yourself, 2025, let's do this.
Such a good exploration.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with something to chew on.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Imagine you could only pick one of these strategies. Focus on it all year. Which one changes your life the most, and WHY?
Whoa, that's a tough one. Makes you really think, what's the biggest game changer for me personally?
Right. Which one levels you up the most?
Not an easy answer, but that kind of thinking, that's what this is all about. Figuring out what matters most to you.
Exactly. And remember, these 15 are just the start. There's so much more out there. Keep exploring. Find what clicks for you.
It's about that spark, right? What gets you fired up and makes you want to go for it.
Totally. So as we wrap up, what's the feeling?
Yeah.
You inspired, ready to take action?
Honestly, I am. It's not just about getting ahead. It's about feeling good inside and out.
That's the heart of it.
Yeah.
We hope this sparked some ideas, gave you a roadmap for a killer 2025.
It did for me. Practical stuff, the deep stuff, mindset, relationships, we covered it all.
Remember, it all starts with one step.
So what's yours gonna be? Thanks for diving deep with us. We'll see you next time. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep investing in the most important person, you.